Hey guys, good morning. We are here at Porsche Center Ara Damansara. Today we're going to do a little trip down to Johor because, you know, EV is the next thing right now. It's really currently the thing. But in Malaysia, we always think about, hey, with this range anxiety, can we actually, you know, buy the car not only for KL? Can we actually travel all around Malaysia, do your road trips, balik kampung, Kuo Sing Nian, whatever, right? Can it actually be done? And the biggest question has been infrastructure. We're going to take the Taycan down all the way to Johor and see how it's like to actually experience using some of the infrastructures. This is the first time, you know, first for me as well, traveling in the EV. So it'll be very exciting to see if we can actually use this as a cross-country kind of like practical usage of like interstate travel and stuff like that, alright? So more on that in this episode. If you like this, please don't forget to hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Alright, pretty excited right now. Just let me know in the comments below. Would you like to see more infrastructures in Malaysia that supports EV travel? Alright, with that, I'm gonna hop in my car and start driving. So this is an event organized by Shell in partnership with Porsche Asia Pacific. What we're going to do is a little road trip where we're going to take 3 Porsche Taycans from Porsche Center Ara Damansara, drive it all the way to Shell Tangkak in Johor, do a demonstration on the high performance charging station, and then come back all the way to KL. And of course, being a Malaysian, we have to Jalan cari makan as well, right? So we're going to visit a durian farm in Malacca called Eco Do Bem. Now this is pretty exciting because I always wanted to see how the Taycan handles on B roads and also on the highway. Now the whole journey, it's roughly around 457 km according to Google Maps. Now this is a great simulation to show the increased practicality of EVs in Malaysia with the existence of high performance charging network, which is now made available by Shell Recharge. More info about the high performance charger in this episode. But this is a very important and significant event for EV owners and also future EV enthusiasts, because with all this network being set up in the future, this means EV's practicality will greatly expand and no longer confined to just short distance driving. Alright, so we've been assigned the Taycan Turbo S, and with me, my partner here, Woon from Autobuzz, and we're gonna... it's a very powerful car, but power is not the deal. The deal of this game is endurance. Now, as much as I love and respect the Taycan Turbo S, I'm also pretty terrified by this car because in the last Porsche World Road Show, I got to drive this car and it absolutely terrified me. 1, go! Oh! What the f***? Now you get the point. The Taycan Turbo S is so fast that it actually hurts my brain. Now if you want to check out the full video to the Taycan experience on track, it's in the link in the description below. But what's really mind-boggling about this car is that the car can be super car fast, like serious fast, and yet extremely comfortable, practical, and dailyable. Now here's a great example of that. In the first part of our journey, we battle the weekday morning traffic with complete ease and comfort. We are now stuck in traffic coming out from Ara Damansara. And first of all, EVs are super quiet. There's no vibration, no nothing, and you just roll in the traffic. Now in Porsche, you have drive mode selection, and you can change to range mode. Now this is to help you extend your battery output, but this also limits certain functions, like you cannot go above 100 km/h. And what I love about Porsches is that a lot of EVs, they don't really drive like cars. And what they do is that they sort of brake for you, which is one of my frustrations with some of the EVs out there. But Porsche gives you the option to not have that, so you can still enjoy it like a normal car if you wish. Alright, so now the...
Yeah, we'll take the smart tag lane, yeah, smart tag lane.
Alright, no RFID lane lah. Then as I got to drive the Taycan on the highway, I started to realize that the Taycan is actually very superior in many aspects of the car. Now first of all, the ride quality is excellent because of its low center of gravity. Therefore, it feels really stable and planted on high speeds. On the normal damper settings, the Taycan's ride is similar if not better than the 5 Series E-Class or A5 on the highway. But the story is a little bit different at the B roads. We'll talk about that later on. Then there's the power. It's not about how fast you can go, but then there's a feeling of effortlessness when you're on the throttle. You feel there is no need to exert the engine if you need to overtake or you need to pull out to the fast lane. And with the absence of the noise, it really kind of feels Rolls Royce-ish. But at the same time, you can still induce childish smiles and giggles when you decide to put your foot down on Sports Plus mode. We're gonna start. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll stop. That never really gets old on the Taycan. But overall, this car really shines on the highway. It made the journey felt way faster than it should. And it's easily better than many ICEs in terms of comfort. But of course, the major challenge is the battery range. So roughly about 2.5 hours of driving and roughly around 170 plus kms, we have approximately 40-45% of battery left. So we pull over at Shell Ara Tangkak for a recharge. Okay, so we are arriving at Tangkak with a lot of ease, a lot of comfort, no frills at all. And so there's one charging station over here, and for you to use that, you need to have an app called Park Easy. I've never done it before, obviously because I don't have an EV. But perhaps we can do a little walk around on that little charging station over there. Alright, let's see how the steps look like. Honestly, up until today, I have been ignorant about how EV charging works. So this has been a real eye-opener for me. Now, first of all, I've learned that these high-performance charging stations are actually direct current versus normal alternating current we get at home. In that way, it can deliver more power. In this case, it goes all the way up to 180 kilowatts. Now, here's the interesting fun fact. Not all cars will receive the full 180 kilowatts even though when you're charging over here. Now, you're probably wondering, Thomas, why would I pay so much money to get a high-performance charging station and yet don't get the full wattage of the charging station? Now, there are good reasons for it. Now, first of all, it depends on your car's maximum charging capacity. Now, all cars have different specifications. In this case, the Taycan's maximum charging capacity is up to 280 kilowatts, while the smaller Mini Electric will be around 49 kilowatts. Now, the reason is obvious. You can see the size of the batteries are very different for these two cars. Now, secondly, it also depends on the current state of charge or SOC of the battery. Now, these chargers work similarly like our phones. When our phones are empty in batteries, it tends to charge faster. In the car's case, it goes in this fast charging mode. As the battery starts to reach a fuller charging state, the charger will taper off its power. Now, this may sound counterintuitive because why would you want to slow it down when you clearly want to charge it faster? Because charging produces a lot of heat and will cause excessive wear to the battery. So all of this is done to preserve the battery's life. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so we're going to use this app called Park Easy. Okay, and we're going to reserve our slot right now, so we're just going to click it. Okay, and then you heard it. Yep, making a reservation right now, and reservation is done. B2, so it's telling us it's B2.
B2, B2. Yeah, got it.
Okay,
all right.
Good to go.
So pretty simple.
Done.
And now it's
there is one
drop. Okay, so normally you'll be the one driving in. Okay. It's so good to hear some exhaust noise from a very silent trip. Alright. While waiting for my car to charge, I can always visit my favorite petrol station mini market, Shell Select. My Costa coffee is a must. And I will choose Americano. Oh wait, is that frozen yogurt? Tempting. Speaking of tempting, there is so much to choose for in here. Even bubble tea, tea life. Oh wait, where is it? There, my favorite firecracker sausage. Eat already very ping ping piang piang, so very the ong must eat. There's even the Hot Wheels over here. I wonder which one Crispy would like. Flour? Sugar? Anyone? Oh yeah, the toilet is super nice too. So green. Let me show you. Hey bro, sini tak boleh record lah. Ilayu. Sorry. If you stop like this, you can chill and refresh while your car is getting charged. And 30 minutes will just pass by before you know it. And then you're back on the road, fully charged to your next destination. Okay, now we're back on the road and it took us approximately 25 minutes to 30 minutes to get from a 40+% to an 80+% charge. Not too bad if you ask me. So we hit the highway all the way to Malacca for some delicious B roads and durian. But some of you are probably wondering, how much did it actually cost? Well, Shell Recharge pay per use users, meaning if you're not registered, will pay 20 ringgit for every 5 minutes of stay. If you register for a gold subscription, you'll get a 40% discount for the first 10 hours every single year. Now, if you are a Porsche Taycan owner, you'll be automatically registered as a platinum member. You will have benefits both in Malaysia and Singapore. If you travel to Singapore, you'll get a 10 cent Sing dollars discount per kilowatt per hour starting from 16 February 2022 onwards, and a 50% discount for the first 12 hours per year in Malaysia. So while it's not entirely free, I think the pricing structure does make a lot of sense. Now anyways, back on the journey. Now this time, we hit the B roads to Eco Do Bam. This is especially exciting for me because I love spirited driving and I always wanted to test the Taycan on B roads. Now the Taycan handles really well around the corners, super planted and predictable, and power makes overtaking just effortless and easy, which makes B roads really easy. The only thing is that it doesn't handle the vertical undulations very well. When the car hits up and down, it rocks a little too violently for my liking and it feels really uncomfortable. And I think the weight of the car is really starting to show in this aspect. I mean, it's 2.2 tons, you gotta expect that, right? However, that's in the comfort mode. If you switch to sports mode, I realized that it handles the undulations better. Now overall, it is still somewhat engaging and comfortable. Before we know it, we arrived at Eco Do Bam, not before meeting some wildlife. So that's the
Cars crossing the road. Brake.
It's good to have a convoy leader. I tell you, cows are no fun to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Quite fancy.
Hey guys, so we are right here at an interesting stop. We are at a durian eating spot, if you like to put it that way. It's called Eco Do Bam, as you can see over there. It's from my Mr. Thai over here. And right behind there, there's an orchard behind there. The orchards are all around us. Okay, for now, this is not the season right now, beginning of the year. But I reckon this is a nice spot to come down for a drive, you know, take a car. You'll be here in like 2.5 hours on the highway, makan, you know, and then go back to KL. If durian is your kind of thing. So yeah, let me just take you around the place a little bit. Now it's a very nicely built spot over here, okay? And if you don't like open air, you can go upstairs over here and check it out. Alright, we have an aircon room and look at that, wow! Jeez. Alright, let's take a look at the view over here. Look at that, that's mighty beautiful. Yeah. So if you're interested to come here, have some durian on the drive, something, it's not that far away. It's actually past Tangkak at Sungai Mati turn off. You can just, it takes roughly around an hour and a half on the highway, 2 hours depending on how fast you drive. And then you drive another 20 minutes plus and then you're here. So it's not the kind of normal toge drives, a lot of windy roads and stuff, but it's a worthy road trip. You know, it is quite beautiful over here, quite serene. So if you're interested to book a space, you have to book in advance. I'll put the link in the description below on the Facebook page. Send them a message, and you can make a booking, and they bring the durians for you. And worthy road trip, right? So it's really almost 4 PM. It's time for us to go back to KL, and yeah, it's gonna be a little trip. So let's head off. So we get back on the highway to Porsche Center Ara Damansara, and again it was a very comfortable trip and I'm very happy driving the Taycan home. And as I'm driving home, I can't help but to wonder about the future of EV in Malaysia. I think the uptick of EV ownership is inevitable, it will happen, but will it be a 100% conversion in the near future, like 5 years? In my opinion, likely not. And I think most of the early adopters of EV were more because it's a lifestyle choice. Meaning to say, a person or family chooses EV because they like EV versus the need or the economical reason to own one. Now perhaps things will change in the future, but for now, I think this is a trend that we'll see in Malaysia. And with Shell Recharge and more infrastructure is coming out in Malaysia. I'm very excited to see what will happen in the
With the
future.
space, we will park the 3 Taycans in front here if you want to take any more additional photos after this.
Hey guys, so we're back here at Porsche Center Ara Damansara. As you can see, time now is 6:20 and we made it back with just one charge and probably around 60 km left. So yeah, it was actually really fun. I gotta tell you, EVs, well, especially the Taycan right now, just such a plush drive. Absolutely love it. But yeah, what an experience. Thank you Shell Malaysia and Shell Recharge, and also thank you so much to Porsche Malaysia for organizing this. Really an eye-opener. And yeah, of course it's not perfect, still very small, very little charging stations around, but eventually, you know, well, we're gonna see more of this, and then very exciting to see how the future looks like. Okay, so this is the end of this little vlog video, and I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoyed it, please help me hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on the bell notifications for future content like this. Alright, and also let me know in the comments below, what do you think about EVs? Alright guys, I've been talking a lot. Time to go have a good rest. Signing off.